Hello and welcome to Four Corners Alliance Group. My name is David Harrison. I'm the CEO. Today, here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about who is Four Corners Alliance Group. We're going to talk about ways to make money. We're going to talk about exciting new weekly sweepstakes. And we're obviously going to explain to you how you make money. So let's start off here with who is Four Corners Alliance Group. We were founded in June of 2012, Cornerstone Alliance Group, LLC. We're a Nevada Corp, and that's our registered office at Painted Mirage Road. I don't work from there, neither does my business partner. I live in Georgia, and he lives in Florida, and Nevada Corp was a strategic decision to basically, as a base of operations from a tax point of view, has some advantages here in the United States. We've also formed a South African company in 2017. It's registered as Four Corners Proprietary Limited in Pretoria. We don't do walk-ins in that office either. There are meetings by appointment, however. Okay, so our mission is to globally improve financial awareness through financial literacy books delivered online, and to offer a solid long-term business opportunity through the promotion of financial literacy books. So, understanding the version 3 instant commission matrix. Very important to understand that a fundamental part of the main program of Four Corners is about a one-time payment, and for people that you're bringing into the business opportunity. It's not multi-level, so this concept is very important to understand, is that only one person is paid a commission from a sale, and the recipient of that commission, it's their sponsor that receives the matching commission. It's not based necessarily on you doing the sponsoring. When I show you the plan, you'll start to see how it all comes together. Yeah, it's definitely, this is the idea of Four Corners, is everybody working as a team and building as a team. The person that receives the commission, it's their sponsor that gets paid the 100% matching commission. So in other words, whatever you make, your sponsor will make exactly the same amount. Or from a sponsor point of view, the people you personally sponsor, whatever they make in commission, you will get 100% match commission, right? It doesn't mean to say that every time they get a match commission, you also get a match commission, because there's only ever one match commission paid on any sale, okay? So you don't think that what I'm saying is if they make $10,000 through commissions and matching commissions that you should have got $10,000 as well, because you don't get a copy of their matching commissions, only the commission on the sales, okay? All right, so let's take a look at that on a chart. What I've done here is I've got all the product sets, and we're working with product set 1 and row 1, because the way this works and the way that we arrive at this $491,520 on the bottom row here is that the product sets gradually go up in price, right? So first set is $20, the second set is $30, the third set is $60, fourth is $100, the fifth is $175, and the sixth is $300. Now, you're getting progressively more and more products to keep a great product value, okay? On your row 1, you get paid for sales of product set 1. On your row 2, you get paid for the sales of product set 2. On your row 3, you get paid for the sales of your product set 3. On row 4, you get paid for the sales of product set 4. And on row 5, you get paid for the product sales of product set 5, and on your row 6 you get paid level 6 commission for the product set 6 sales. The reason I got it in green on a staircase like this is all these other parts that are not highlighted is where you do not get paid. Somebody else gets paid. So for example, there's a sale of product set 1. Let's say it's by you and they land on your row 2. You do not get the commission for that. The person on your front row gets the commission for that. And as we'll explain here shortly in the matching commissions, because you sponsored them, as I mentioned just before, you will get the match, okay? So in this particular case, there's an $8 commission on each sale. So if that happened to be here, you would not get the commission because that's not one of your pay lines, right? But however, because we're assuming you sponsored this person here, you would get the matching commission, right? So it becomes clearer as we go along. You'll start to catch on to this. It's not multi-level. It sort of looks multi-level at times because there are 6 levels of product purchase that pays up the same number of levels, okay? So the commission at level 2 is 12. The total payout is 192 across 16 positions. Set 3 pays out a $24 commission. There's a total of 1,536 paid, and so on and so on and so on. Okay? So, looking at it a slightly different way, I'm going to harp on this a little bit because it seems to be our number one problem that people don't catch on, that this is a little different to comp plans that are out there. So here it is shown just slightly differently, $8 commission on row 1. Now let's take a look at how that plays out. So there's a $16 total payout. There's actually a little bit more because there's actually a diamond leader bonus, but that's on top of that 16, so we won't use it in this example. But there is $16 that's paid out to the field on that level 1 product set 1 sale. Okay. And so what we're doing here in this example is we're putting you here, and you sponsored this person on row 1. So what happens is that there's an $8 instant commission that's paid to you. When somebody comes in at level 1 on row 2, it pays an instant commission up 1 level. It's got irrespective of the sponsor. So that means that if you sponsored them, this person would still get that level 1 commission. If you sponsored them in this instance, you're going to get the matching commission. Okay. Now, if you do nothing and somebody above you is building like crazy and they put somebody underneath you, then you will get nothing out of this person coming in. All right. So it's important that you don't just sit there and do nothing, because you'll earn so much less money. Okay. All right. So going down to row 3, we got an $8 sale, moves up 1 level. On row 4, the same thing. When that person on row 4 buys product set 1, it pays $8 up 1 level. On row 5, same thing. And on row 6, the same thing. And to infinitum, all the way down, as far as people keep joining underneath, right? Okay, so let's get back to where you get paid commission. So now we're on row 2. Now row 2 pays up 2 rows, right? It's a $12 commission. So you get $12 commission from all of your row 2 who buy product 2. It's really that simple. You get $24 from all of the people on your row 3 that buy product set 3. You get $40 from all the people on your row 4 that buy product set 4. You get $70 from all the people on your row 5 that buy product set 5. And you get $120 from all the people on your row 6 that buy product set 6. All right, so let's put some people in the example here. Let's go through this and show how this plays out. So Beth joins underneath you, and she's paid for product set 1, so she's at $25. $8 in commission, and there's $8 in a match. So the $8 commission goes up 1 level. That happens to be you, and the $8 commission goes as a match. So let's take that off the screen here. All right, so now Beth finds Roy. Roy joins. He pays his $25. There is an $8 commission and an $8 match. $8 is paid up 1 row. The rule is stringent. It's always the same. Level 1 commission pays up 1 row. So Beth gets the $8 commission. Now the $8 matching commission goes to Beth's sponsor. So Beth's sponsor is you. So you get the $8 100% matching commission. Roy brings in Ty. Ty spends his $25 on level 1. There's an $8 commission and $8 match. $8 is paid up 1 level, and the other $8 is paid up to Beth because Beth is Roy's sponsor. Ty brings in Leah. Leah spends $25. There's 2 lots of $8 commissions. One's a commission, one's a match. $8 goes up to Ty because he's 1 level up. The $8 matching commission goes up to Roy because Roy is Ty's sponsor. You see the pattern that's developing here? All right, so what do you get in level 1? Well, we've added more product. We've got some great new titles on debt consolidation, debt repair, some basic techniques, some intermediate techniques, and into advanced techniques on the product set 2 level. All of our products are unique to us now. We had 1 or 2 books that were relevant in the financial services field that we deal in, that were public resale rights that we rewrote. We've now ditched those entirely in favor of, for 2 reasons. One is the information was getting stale, and secondly, because we wanted to take debt repair and credit repair and loans for that matter, because we put a new book in here about some strategies in borrowing money and how to go about thinking about borrowing money, taking the emotion out of it and looking at the logic of when and how to borrow money. Because certainly there's some strategic advantages as you become a proficient entrepreneur. You'll want to know where the opportunities are to keep your cash and borrow somebody else's money at a cheap rate, and on and on. So that's a great new product that we've introduced to Four Corners Alliance Group. Now let's take a quick look at the book matrix commissions like this. So here's our downline level. Here's our book set level. Our purchase prices, the number of people that can be on those rows, the commission as you saw previously for all of those levels, and the total potential row commission. Now I'm going to just make it clear that this is just an example. It's a theoretical, it's the math. It's accurate math based on the possibility of filling up your row 4. If you fill up your row 4 with product 4 sales, that's the amount of money that you would make. The reason for showing this is purely for that reason and no other reason. I don't know your work ethic or your experience or so on. There's no way I can know whether or not you're capable of doing a lot or a little bit, or whether you're willing to do a lot or whether you're willing to learn a lot. And that's my way of explaining this disclaimer down here. Okay, so as I was saying before, for every sale that somebody you sponsor makes, you'll get 100% matching commission. Okay, so the way this works here, if you're looking at this chart, and this stuff is all going to be on the website, the way that you look at it here is that for matches, it's all going to be off this row of 16 for your front row. So in other words, 16 people who are underneath your row of 4, all by product set 1, you get the matches. So it's 16 times an $8 matching commission, right? And that gives you $128. That's how the math works here. So 64 on row for a level 2 upgrade. So look at it like this. For all level 1 upgrades, your matches total potential is 128. For product set 2 matches, your maximum potential here on a 4x6 is $768. Or your level 3 matches for all of that row will give you a total potential of 6,144. All the row 4 matches, all the row 5 matches, all the row 6 matches. Okay. I've never, in all my years consulting in network marketing and so on and so forth, I've never seen a matrix fill up completely with people who are all doing their part to make that number happen. So I'm not trying to kid you that you're going to make anything like that kind of money. It's purely the math, and all your teams will build deep. And so I'm going to show you some techniques we've introduced into the compensation plan to help you make more money in some very clever ways here. Okay, so this is a new feature for version 3 that we're very excited about. We've decided that based on 5 years of data in the database, looking at how people build and where people get stuck and some of the challenges that a lot of networkers have, we realized that it actually makes sense to be able to allow people to achieve a certain milestone, if you like, a certain achievement, and let them add an extra person on their front row. So what we've done is that when you personally sponsor 4 people, so in your back office, there'll be an invitation link section that will only be visible once you've made this achievement, okay, once you've personally sponsored 4. And what you'll be able to do is to send out a customized invitation link to somebody that you would like to have as that front row position on row 5, okay? The strategy of this is that you want to find somebody who's going to get to work, and now you're going to be able to expand the size of your matrix potential from a 4x6 to a 5x6. Now, I want to make it I'm going to keep reiterating this. It's not about coming up with mathematical numbers that are astronomical and showing you really huge figures. That's not the purpose of this at all. The whole idea is I want you to start focusing on your first 3 rows, because that's where you have the most influence of your activities in your downline. From 3 onwards, I'm plain talking. I'm going to just tell you how it is, how I've seen it. From 3 onwards, it gets more and more challenging for leaders to have everybody doing their bit. They need their lieutenants, their team, the other leaders down in here to be doing their part too. So the front 3 rows are very important to each and every one of you. That's where you have the most influence, right? So the reason that we want to be able to expand the width is because now we can start making better income in those first 3 rows. Okay. Now, this is a spreadsheet, it's a mathematical chart. All the numbers are accurate. So obviously, once you get down the bottom here, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? But I want you to keep your attention here. Ignore this stuff. Look at this. Unless you're a guy that can bring in 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000 people, keep your eyes off this. Focus on this. Okay? Because your objective is to get as many people as possible on your row 3 to upgrade to level 3. Right now, this is a combination of things that can happen from retail sales and their activity in their downline and so on and so forth. Then when you find another good person you think is going to get to work, you can send out the next invitation link. Okay? And the next invitation link, and when they join, they're going to start building their team, and that's a 6th leg for you, right? So now you have a potential of $288 across your front in matching commissions, right? $48 in direct commission sales, $432 on your level 2 sales, and $5,100 and a bit on your row 3 sales. Okay, row 3 matches are starting to get exciting. This is why I want you to just focus on up here, okay? Because this is more realistic numbers. Bringing this number of people into your team is what you need to be focusing on, right? And I think I'm tremendously excited about this. I think this is going to be the secret sauce to seeing some really fantastic income testimonials in 2018 and really take Four Corners, all of us, to the next level. So now you found another person you think would be a great person to put on your row 1. So now you've opened up a 7th leg. Now you have a total potential commissions of $56 for level 1 sales, $588 for level 2 sales, and $8,232 for level 3 sales. Your matches are getting awesome. And I'm not saying this is going to happen overnight, but over a period of time, hey, listen, if I could make 98 grand in a year, quite honestly, I'd be totally thrilled, right? And, I've been the guy that's made terrible money in a year when I was younger, and I'm very blessed now with multiple companies that I have a good lifestyle. But I understand the psychology of if you never made $98,000 in a year, I know what that kind of breaking through that kind of a ceiling, I know what it means. I know what it feels like. I know how important it is. Keep focusing on your first 3 rows, okay? So we've got 8 people in here. We have 64, 768, 12,000 on row 3. Now you find a 9th person. Now obviously this is theoretical that each one of these extra legs that we're building are all going to get to work on the first 3 rows. And I'm not going to kid you, it's going to take some work. This is not a do nothing, okay? You do something, you're going to get somewhere. So now you got 72, 792, $17,496 on row 3. Now it's really starting to kick in, right? The front row matches for level 2 sales, 8,748. That makes a difference, Now, we let you take it out to a maximum of 10 rows. After that, I just wasn't sure how our software would cope with that, with lots of people doing that. Every time they pull the genealogy viewer, it's a lot of work because it's doing this behind the scenes. It's pulling all of these people that are in all these downline positions. So all of a sudden it puts a huge load on our server. So we figured the safe thing to do was to take it out 10 wide. That gives you a maximum of $80 now on row 1, $1,200 on row 2, $24,000 on row 3. Okay, matches are absolutely fantastic. And bear in mind that your matches will be somewhere in this range, okay? Somewhere in there. Because you won't have every single position on, well, you might. I mean, it's not that it's not possible. but you would need to have basically, to drive that figure there, you would have to have 10,000 people on row 4 by product set 3, right, to arrive at that number as the commission matches. So somewhere between there, and there, you're going to be getting matches, okay? You can work that out for yourself. I've got a collection of some of our books here. We've got over 51, we've got 43 titles right now. We'll have 51 by the end of July of 2018. Those books will go into translation as well in main languages. Again, here we're saying that you'll get all the retail sales, get a ticket in the sweepstakes. So for you, your potential is absolutely enormous. All right, so let's talk about the Diamond Leader bonuses. We've changed this a little bit for version 3. What we've done is we've taken the Diamond Leader qualification has always been and will still remain 200 personally sponsored. Okay, so that has not changed. When you become a Diamond Leader, you get a 3% Diamond Leader commission on the sales from your organization, with the exception of the organization of any Diamond Leaders below you. Okay, so when you first become a Diamond Leader, let's just say for our example right this moment, that there are no Diamond Leaders, that nobody else got to 200 personally sponsored members before you. So everything going on in your downline will give you a Diamond Leader 3% commission. It's an organizational commission, okay? As soon as there's somebody in your downline that becomes a Diamond, all of the activity in their downline is now cut off to you. That Diamond Leader is getting the 3%, okay? Now we also have, this is new for version 3, we have a Blue Diamond Leader. The qualifications are 200 personally sponsored, 256 recruits on your level 4. And I will tell you that these two almost go together hand in hand anyway. And so what you get is you get 3% Diamond Leader commission on the sales from your organization, with the exception of the organization of any Diamond Leaders below you, just like we were talking about a moment ago with the Diamond Leader. That still remains in effect. So in other words, if you became a Blue Diamond Leader and there's no diamonds underneath you at all, it would be exactly the same scenario we're talking about as with the Diamond Leader, right? You get all the same benefits basically, right? Now where it changes a little bit is if you do have a Diamond Leader below you, what you get is a 1.5% Diamond Leader matching commission on the sales from your Diamond Leaders below you. All right, so let's take a look at a Triple Diamond Leader. This is also new for version 3. This requires 200 personally sponsored and 1,500 members in your organization. And what you get is this. So once again, we still have the same 3% on the same rules we've talked about with Diamond Leader, okay? So you get 3% on all of the activity of people who are not diamonds and blue diamonds. You do get the 1.5 Blue Diamond Leader matching commission on all the sales from the Diamond Leaders below you. And you also get a Triple Diamond Leader matching commission on the sales from Blue Diamond Leaders below you. Okay, so basically it's like this. If you've got a Diamond Leader below you and above them you got a Blue Diamond, right? In this instance, you'll, as a Triple Diamond, will qualify for this 1.5%. If you were a Blue Diamond above this Blue Diamond, above that Diamond, you would not qualify for this 1.5%. So this is an additional third level diamond payout for Triple Diamond Leaders. We at Four Corners Alliance Group are very committed to your success, and we're very excited about the additional benefits of version 3. And we know it's 2018 is a great time for you to take yourself to the next level and become very successful as an entrepreneur with Four Corners Alliance Group. Thank you for your time today. We know we've brought you a fantastic business opportunity, 5 years in business, reliable payouts, good management, great support staff with years and years of retail sales experience and customer experience. And we know we bring the whole package to you now with version 3, ready for you to do your part and make a success of your Four Corners Alliance Group business. Thank you.